What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of Just Tap Tasting, where we taste some beers here at the Wookie that we've just tapped. And today, episode number 45, got another guest on the show. Super excited. A little different here. Last time we had a guest, they were from a brewery. This guy's not from a brewery, but he likes going to breweries. Welcome to the show, Greg.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, my name is Greg. I'm a beer enthusiast, beer nerd, if you will, from Orlando, Florida. Been to many breweries all over the country. The Wookie is a place that I heard is a great place to come when in Brooklyn, so I made sure I stopped by, and excited to be here and really excited to try this beer.
And there you go. And look at that, you're just on the show. Well, when you make travels and you fly from Orlando, Florida, I think we should honor that by putting you on the show. So that's we're excited to have you, and excited to have a nerd on the show. We like nerds at the Wookie. We definitely always have some great beers, sometimes ones that are hard to find, or new ones like what we have today, which is a beer from Cuzett Libations. They're, I guess, a gypsy brewer. They don't have a facility, but they're based out of Brooklyn, New York. It's a couple, husband and wife, I believe, that are were heavily involved in the home brewing scene and decided to venture out into the commercial side of things, and that's where Cuzett Libations came from. And today we have their Smokin Gold, which is a smoked blonde ale, or smoked like golden ale. So like Belgian, kind of inspired beer, but it's smoked. And a lot of people will ask when you have a beer like this, well, what does smoke mean? Where does the smoke come? I mean, are they brewing beer and grilling sausages? I mean, how does that happen? No, not quite. But what's going on here is, there's 4 ingredients in beer. They are malt, water, yeast, and hops. And so what they do is they take the malt portion of that and they smoke it. So after the malt has been cooked to turn into malt from barley to malt, it's then smoked in like a smokehouse, kind of like you would smoke meat or something like that. Right. Yeah, and so color-wise, let's see, nice golden hue. It's a blonde ale. It's got a blonde color to it. I've never seen a blonde ale that doesn't. So have you?
Hence the name. No.
Yeah. So it just works out that way. Alcohol 5.7%. Yeah, just classic like golden hue. Let's see what's going on the nose.
Definitely smell the smoke.
Absolutely, like wood chip kind of smoking. And sometimes, and I don't know if that's the case with this beer, but sometimes breweries, you can buy smoked malt from like maltsters, and who then smoke the malt for you. There's popular German styles called a Rauchbier.
Yep.
That's known for its smoking, using smoked malts and having that smoked flavor profile. So I don't know if they might actually take the malt and put it in like a drum themselves and smoke, but I don't really know what's going on here, but definitely a smoke presence on the nose. Let's go in for a taste, because that's where we're here, just have tasting.
Let's do it.
You know what? Instead of me going first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah. What are you getting, Greg?
Definitely get smoke, definitely, hence the name, but it's not overpowering. It is light.
Yeah.
The golden ale flavor, the blonde ale flavor does come through. And the smoke does not overpower it.
Yeah, I agree. I've had this beer previously, prior to the show, and that's actually what I like about this beer is the fact that it's not overpowering. I don't know how you feel. How do you feel about smoked beers?
Not the biggest fan, but this is a very chuggable beer if you had to.
Yeah,
I find that the smoke is
and
so
sometimes
light.
you have to chug beers.
Yes.
Right? Let's
yes,
be honest.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very crushable, if you will. I think that I was a little hesitant when I got the description, but I think that it could definitely complement some foods very well.
Absolutely. Yeah, sure. Cheeses and meats. That's what I find smoked beers have the most play is with food pairings, for sure, because you get that, you can pair, with pairings, you can go similar or contrasting pairings. Yeah. And so you can either pair this with a smoked item or pair it with something that could benefit from smoke flavors and kind of get your smoke from the beer, like a cheese that's not smoked.
Right.
Like a Gouda that's not smoked, and then all of a sudden you kind of got a smoked Gouda thing going on in your mouth.
Nice combo.
Yeah, for sure. But I really, what I like about this beer, not usually being a fan of smoked beers, is that it is subtle and it's tastefully done.
I like it.
Yeah. This is our first beer from Cuzett, and when we were getting in this beer for a Brooklyn event that we were doing, I was a little apprehensive about a smoked beer. But I think they did a really good job, and I'm looking forward to trying some of their other beers. Yeah.
Most definitely.
I'm gonna go back for another sip.
Ditto.
See what's up. Before we wrap up here, we usually try to keep it tight. Sometimes we get out of hand. We're gonna try to keep this one tight. So we usually ask a question of the day.
Sure.
I'm gonna throw that to you.
Okay.
You're on the spot here.
All right.
I hope it's really creative.
Hope I can answer it.
No answers. You're asking the question, my friend.
I'm asking the question.
Yeah. So you can, let the viewers, the fellow beer tasting compatriots out there, ask them a question, whatever you think, whether it's about beer, whether it's about the beach because you live in Florida. I don't know.
All right. Well, if it's okay, I'd like to ask a question about the Wookie, since I am visiting, and I'd like to know more about it. Can you tell me a little bit about how long you guys have been here?
Sure.
I know the answers, but perhaps the viewers don't.
That's absolutely, that's a really good question. And this is why it's fun to do stuff live. Usually we ask a question for you guys to answer, but he's asking a question for me to answer.
Maybe on behalf
This
of
is
them.
great. But maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, you're asking a question that maybe they have for me.
That's right.
Maybe they have their own question of the day.
Yeah.
And here it is. So short snippet about the Wookie. We're a craft beer focused bar in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. We've been open for 6 months. As of about a week ago, we opened in January.
Wow.
And we've got 18 lines that constantly rotate. This is an example of that. We probably change the beer list 4 to 6 times a week. And there's always new and exciting things to try. We kind of keep a framework in the first 11 of our 18 lines that allows us to always hit the flavor profile you're looking for by having certain style categories always addressed, whether you're a Pilsner drinker, or you like an IPA, or you like just a light Belgian ale, like a Belgian Wit or something like that. So we always try to hit those bases. And the rest of my answer is only answerable by a visit from you.
That's right.
So you should come into the Wookie. Enjoy one of these beers. If you come in this weekend, you might get to meet this celebrity over here, Greg.
I'll be here all weekend.
All weekend, drinking great beer at the Wookie. And if you get a chance, say what's up to this guy right here. It's the Share Bear. I don't know if you've met the Share Bear. He's right here. He's standing on the table. He's joined us once again. And you should share, and then you should join us. And we'll see you soon. Thanks for being on the show, Greg.
My pleasure.
Yeah,
Thanks
cheers.
for having me.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. You're probably watching it one of two ways, either on YouTube. Cool. And if you are, thank you so much. Go ahead and click the subscribe button and look in the links below for what's on tap right now. You might be watching on Facebook. Awesome. Facebook's a wonderful place. If you could go ahead and click the share button down below, share it with your friends, and keep coming back every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for new episodes of Just Tap Tasting, where we talk about all the deliciousness that we've tapped.